Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm so excited because I get to talk to you about garlic. Now, we all use garlic. Quite sure most of us do use garlic. Don't you use garlic? Yeah, so today we're going to talk about garlic. That's right. How to get the best flavors out of your garlic and what tools you should have when you're working with garlic. When is the best time to use garlic? Can I chop it now and then use it later on? Should I buy crushed garlic? Should I buy garlic juice? How to use garlic, that's what we're going to talk about, because after I tell you all this stuff, you're going to go out there and make an amazing, tasty dish, and you will notice that the garlic is tasty just the way it should be. All right, so let's talk about garlic. But first, before we start off with preparing the garlic and going over the flavor profiles and exactly what is the best way to prepare your garlic pertaining to what type of dish you're using, I would definitely want to show you how I like to use my garlic. All right, so I do like to make a compound butter. See, can you get a good focus on that? Yeah. So I do like to make a compound butter, and with that I put my garlic in. First I let my butter melt, and then I add the garlic and the herbs and chives, whatever I'm going to add to it before I bring it back to a solid state. So I do like to freeze some of it, like this right here. And I do like to have some of the butter sitting out because every day I make like a toast or something like that. So this is really, really good on how to use your garlic. Now, depending on how you like your garlic, if you like it to have that heat or if you like it to have that sweetness, we'll go through that in the video. Then that way you can make some compound butter using the garlic cuts the way I show you, along with your salted or your unsalted butter. Or another way that I like to use my garlic is I like to mince up my garlic sometimes, and I do like to infuse that into butter as well, but that's on a temporary basis. As soon as you mince the garlic, you want to use it. That's where you maximize your flavor, okay? That's how you maximize the flavor of your garlic. So this right here, I just got through pureeing it, and I'm all going to throw it in some butter because I'm going to be using this for a garlic toast. That's right, so this will be used for garlic toast. All right, for spaghetti, pasta dishes, stuff like that. All right, now, another way I like to use my garlic is this way. I like to make my infused olive oil. I did a video on olive oils, making sure you use the right oil for the job. Virgin, extra virgin, regular olive oil, avocado oil, that type of stuff. So I did a video on that. Make sure you watch it, because before you infuse your oils with garlic, you want to make sure you're using the right oil, because you're going to want to use it for the right job. This oil right here is an extra virgin olive oil, and I will not be using this on steaks just because of the smoke rate, the smoke temp, and all that stuff that goes on with the oils, okay? So I would not use this on a steak if I want to sear a steak. It has a low temp, so it'll burn the steak instead of cooking with it, right? But make sure you watch the video for that. And then I'm also going to talk about this baby right here, the black garlic, how's it taste, what I think about it as well. All right, so now we can talk about garlic, how you should prepare it, the best way to prepare it, what flavors you get from it when it's cooked and when it's raw. All right, now let's do it. All right, I am so excited about this. All right, so first we're going to talk about what is the best way to buy your garlic. Now, I recommend that you buy the whole head of garlic. Yep, buy the whole head of garlic because it has the best flavor, and it also lasts for quite a while if you store it the right way. So if you store it in a cool, dry place, it's going to last you for quite a while. Probably at least a month or two, depending on how dry and cool you keep it. All right, now, one thing about picking out garlic. A lot of people just assume that their garlic is fresh just because it's sitting at the store. So the best way is to look for heads that are hard and they're firm and they're kind of heavy. Yep, they got a little bit of girth to it, a little bit of weight. And then you can also look up in this area right here to make sure that it's not spoiling, there's no green or anything like that. So that's one of the best ways to make sure that you have good garlic, and one of the best ways to make sure it lasts, you get your money worth. Now, for me, I buy 2 heads of garlic for about $1. So not bad at all, but they last a long time if you store it the right way. Now, the pre-peeled garlic, which is this right here, I buy my garlic A lot of the times I'll buy it pre-peeled from Costco. I get a big old bag of it because I do use a lot of garlic in my cooking recipes. And I also like to infuse my olive oils and make compound butter and stuff like that. Speaking of olive oils, if you haven't seen my video on about the best way to use and cook with olive oil, make sure you check that out as well, okay? Because if you're like me and you like to infuse your olive oils with garlic, then you want to make sure that you're using the right garlic. And you also want to make sure you're using the right olive oil. So it goes hand in hand. This video will show you how to use the right garlic for the right job when cooking. And my other video about cooking oils and olive oils tells you about what type of olive oil you want to use when you're cooking or making a dressing and stuff like that. So pre-peeled garlic cloves is another good option. If I go through a lot of garlic, this is my option right here. Pre-peeled garlic. And it does have a really good aroma. As long as you refrigerate it and you take care of it and you don't let it get all moist and everything, then it's going to give you really good flavors, just as this one is. So this one is the #1 method. Garlic cloves is the #2 method, okay? For getting good, fresh flavor. All right, so pre-chopped garlic, garlic paste, and garlic juice. Garlic juice. All right, I'm not a big fan of the garlic juice. All right, so pre-chopped garlic, garlic paste, and garlic juice, and other convenient products. You know, that's what they are. They're convenient. They're good to have around. But let's talk about the science part of it. Why does garlic taste the way it does? And then also let's talk about the best ways to prepare your garlic. Garlic reacts to the way you treat it. If you press the garlic, if you smash the garlic, if you puree the garlic, if you ground it, it's going to have a different response as far as flavor goes each and every time. Because what garlic does is when you damage it, the skin of it, it releases is something called allicin. It releases something that has like that bite, kind of like a pepper, you know, capsicum. I think that's what it's called, capsicum. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. You get that bite, that little taste of spice in it. The more damage you do to it, the more you're going to get that hit. All right, and that more aroma. All right. So garlic responds to the way that it is prepared. So I have some ways right here that I'm going to show you that I prepared the garlic. The first one is the finely chopped garlic. And when you're going to do a finely chopped garlic, you want to use either a santoku knife, which is this right here. It's a Japanese knife, very thin, and it slices everything really, really nicely thin and delicate. Or if you have a chef's knife, which is this, but it's definitely thicker, this is your next best thing, my opinion. All right, so see how thin that is? Nice and thin. Yep. So finely sliced, finely chopped garlic. When it's raw, it's going to give you a mellow flavor that works well in dressings, provided there are no large pieces of garlic in your dressing. Okay, so just remember that this goes very well in your dressings. Now when it's cooked, when it's heated, it remains mild and it has a sweetness to it, and the starches break down from the sugars. Gets kind of a sweet flavor to it. Okay, so finely chopped garlic, when it's raw, you're going to get a mellow flavor that works well in dressings, and when it's cooked, when it's heated, it remains mild and sweetens as the starches break down sugars. All right, so keep that in mind for your sliced garlic. All right, finely sliced garlic. Remember that, finely sliced garlic. All right, now so let's talk about crushed garlic. What is crushed garlic? Crushed garlic is when you use one of these tools right here and you put the garlic in there and smash it down, and it comes out on this end and it looks like this right here. Now crushed garlic and minced garlic are the same things. Minced garlic is when you're using this tool right here, right? And you just take the garlic and you rub it against it, and then you get this right here. So two of the same type of things. See? Pretty much the same. Now what flavors do you get with crushed or minced garlic? Okay, the garlic press produces moist noodle-like shreds, damaging many cells in it, and when you damage the cells of the garlic, you're going to get those flavors released. Now when crushed or minced garlic is raw, the flavor is strong, but it's sweet. Strong and sweet. Yep. When pressed to the consistency, it disperses easily in dishes. because it's not big chunks and it's not big slices like this. So that way it moves around in the dish, which makes sure that you get an even flavor, and every single bite will have a nice little bit of garlic in it. All right, so when it's raw, that's what you get. When it's cooked, it has a moderate pungency. It's kind of strong like, but it's not super garlicky. It doesn't have that super strong garlic taste to it. All right, the slivers can scorch, so make sure you cook it lightly. Make sure that you don't have your skillet up too high, because you will burn the garlic. So you just want to get that light, I would say a heat to it, not really a cooking to it, but a nice heat to it. You don't want to overcook it. All right, so you want to do that before you add the liquids. Heat the garlic up before adding the liquids. Okay, heat it up before adding the liquids. That's how you get the good flavor out of it. Now let's talk about ground garlic. So this is how the ground garlic looks. You use your pestle and mortar for it. And the thing about ground garlic, it's the mashing that breaks up and does the damage to the garlic. So it gives off more flavor. Now the flavor is slightly more intense, slightly stronger than crushed garlic. And it does disperse well into your dishes. Even though you might see the little chunks of it, it's grounded. It's super flat from being grounded up in the pestle and mortar. All right, so when it's raw, the flavor is intense, slightly stronger than crushed garlic, and it disperses well into your dishes. When ground garlic is cooked, when it's heated, it has a mild heat to it and a mild sweetness to it, and it offers a strong, complex aroma. That's what you get when dealing with the ground garlic. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is the pureed garlic. All right, so pureed garlic, it has that smooth paste and it has maximum cell damage to it. It is definitely more like a paste, and I would say the sizes of the little piece of garlics that's in there is more like, I would say, I'll compare it to like an applesauce. Yeah, but it's definitely more of a paste like than a liquid texture to it. All right, so when it's raw, the cell damage is intense, maximum damage done to it. All right, and it increases the spiciness to it, and it creates an intense flavor and a heat to it. Now when pureed garlic is cooked, it mellows the intensity dramatically. So when it's raw, it's going to taste a lot different once it's cooked or heated up. All right, it mellows the intensity dramatically, and the sweetness is spread throughout the food. So you get a little bit of sweetness from it, and you get the intensity from it when it's raw, dramatically less intense when it is cooked or heated up. All right, so that's what you need to know about your garlics. Now you know how the flavors taste according to how you prepare them. And you also get an idea of what dishes you want to use it on. And if you want your dish to be more sweet or mild with a less of a kick of garlic, then you know exactly what you should do for that as well. Now that we've been talking about garlic, I do want to introduce you guys to something new that I've been very curious about. And this is the black garlic. Yep, black garlic. Now the black garlic is an all-natural product, and it's supposed to have that natural sweetness to it, kind of like a molasses type flavor to it, and it's supposed to just be very, very good. Now, according to what I've seen online, it says that black garlic, over the course of several weeks, is a process that results in black garlic by heating the whole bulbs of the garlic. Okay, and it says the taste is sweet and syrupy with hints of balsamic vinegar and tamarind. Now, what does tamarind taste like? I'm very curious about that. So let me ask Google to see what tamarind tastes like. It says tamarind is the taste ranges from a sweet and sour to a tangy and tart flavor, often depending on other ingredients it is mixed with. So we're going to assume it's going to taste sweet and syrupy with hints of balsamic vinegar and tamarind, aka tangy. So here we go. Now I bought this on Amazon, and the brand is called Homtium, and it's an all-natural product, natural sweet, 100% all natural. And it says on the back of it, we choose the best garlic variety we could find and have a fantastic location in northern Thailand. Our garlic is cultivated for 160 days and then freshly harvested. By controlling the harvest garlic's temperature and humidity for another 90 days using our proprietary method. So I want to taste this. Yeah, let's open it up. Comes in a nice container, as you can see. Get the seal off of here. Comes with a nice little piece of paper. It has a message or something like that on it. Oh, okay, and it has their other products as well. So yeah, you can look them up on Amazon, and I'm not going to read all this because hey, this is not a paid promotion. I just want to tell you about how black garlic tastes. All right, here we go. Wow, it looks very different. As soon as you open it up, you can smell it. And it's not a garlicky smell at all. It's more of a sweet, almost like a molasses. Yeah, almost like a molasses type smell to it, aroma, okay? And as you can see, this is how it looks. Like that. The skin is kind of thick like, and it breaks apart very easy. Ah, that's the clove. And it kind of just pops right on out. Like that. Yeah, very interesting. Definitely has a molasses sweet type smell to it. All right, and then we're going to do a thin slice. That's the inside of it. Has a creamy look. It doesn't have, and it's kind of not spongy like, but it does have some give to it when you squeeze it. It's almost like probably an apricot. Yeah, if you were to, it has a little bit of give to it. It's very, very firm, but it does have some give to it. And you can see on the knife that it's definitely black all the way through. Let's give it a little taste. Wow, I did not expect that. It definitely has the sweet flavor to it, kind of syrupy. I'm not tasting too much of a balsamic vinegar to it, and I am tasting kind of like of a tartness to it. I guess that would be like the tamarind part that it's supposed to taste like. But man, this is definitely tasty. It's almost like I'm eating a fruit. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's all the information I wanted to give you about garlic, how to prepare it, what the flavors are versus cooked and uncooked, what you get when you're using your garlic, so that way you can use it correctly when you're making your dishes. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and set your notifications so you get notified every single time I put out a new video. All right, see you guys on the next video. Bye. Yum, that's good.